YouTube, especially if you have no experience whatsoever, it's very, very rare that somebody gets lucky. They post their first video with zero experience and then they actually just pop off and become famous. It is super rare that it happens. And so just if you're wanting to become a content creator, just know and be prepared that this is going to take a while, at least a year. And I know that sounds really intimidating for a lot of young people out there because they're like, okay, that's a long time, and I'm like, yeah, it is a long time, but you got to remember, this is like one of the most sought after positions or jobs that exists right now. It's in the rewards for it are so valuable, and especially if it really does excite you, it's worth doing. It's worth waiting for. It's worth building those skills. So you just got to keep rolling with that.
Yeah, let's go into Q&A. So if you have questions about content creation, ask us now in the chat, and we're gonna dive into those questions.
Mm-hmm. Get really deep into that.
Yeah. Wait, how do you get into development at all?
Yeah, let's just go with that.
So if you want to know how to get into development at all, really, you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say just start. Start with one skill. You can pick any skill you want, whether that's scripting, building, modeling, GFX, UI design, animation, etc. Pick one skill and just start. Dive into it. Find resources like videos on YouTube. You can even watch my guide if you want to learn scripting, for example, the easiest beginner guide to ROBLOX scripting. You can watch that to learn scripting very fast. But really, pick a skill and just start. Find the resources you need to learn. And then just make stuff. Make lots and lots and lots of small creations. And then as you make lots and lots of small things, you're going to eventually notice that you now have the skill to make bigger things, or you might be able to make entire games, depending on the skill you learn. Like scripting, for example, you might get to the point where you can make entire games and start doing that. But really, the key right now is to just start, pick one skill, and just make lots and lots and lots of simple creations. If that's scripting, make lots and lots and lots of small systems. If that's modeling, make lots and lots of simple low poly models. And you'll see that you'll improve very quickly with time. If you give it the right dedication and focus, you can get very, very good at your skill. And that's how you get started in development. You can also check my video about what I would do if I was just getting started in development. You can look it up. It was a video from around early 2023-ish. It's a great video that'll help you to get started. So there you go.
Yeah. I do not know a whole lot about developing right now. That's why me and Smarty are gonna be making a game together soon, so I can get my ball rolling on that. But if you don't know anything about developing, there's YouTube videos out there that really will help you. You know, you probably heard that from a lot of people, but like, you can watch his videos, or you can join like Hidden Devs or Smarty Devs, the Discord server.
Join Smarty Devs.
Yeah, go to Smarty Devs, or Ro Devs, which is a tap water server. And if you do that, then you can actually start talking to other developers, and then you kind of just get like what they're talking about, and then you might be able to get a couple jobs from there, or just do stuff for free for people. And then like you build your skills from that, and then you figure out, okay, this is what people want. You do that, blah blah blah. And you just continue to do that. Just join some Discord servers. That's one big thing. Get to know other people, because those other people will help you, and then you can help them maybe in some sort of way. Especially if you can find like another beginner person, and then you really vibe with them. And you also can learn from each other's mistakes. Like, oh, I messed up on this script. What did I do wrong? And then you guys learn from each other's mistakes, and then you learn 2 times as fast because there's 2 people making mistakes and then learning from each other. So you can develop your skills a lot faster in that way too.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that's some good advice. And honestly, Jeff, you know a lot of things about development just through doing content creation, because it is a similar process in a lot of ways. Collaboration, networking, learning. These things are very similar, and they cross between the two. So a lot of what you know about content creation and actually improving in that can apply to development as well. So that's some good advice. I would agree. Definitely join up some Discord servers, learn from each other, and you can improve a lot with development if you give it some time and dedication.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's see if we have any other questions. Can I earn good money from a Roblox? Can I earn good money from Roblox games? Excited to see what Jeffrey James journey development is. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm very excited to see what happens with my development journey too. Shoot. Yeah. Okay. Is there good money to be made from Roblox development? Personally, we'll just talk about some of the people that I know that have made good money from Roblox development. If you can get really, really good at it, on average, what I've seen from 100 million visits, you might have a different perspective on this, but the people that I know that have gone like 100 million visits on their games, if they've monetized it right, and there's a lot of game passes you could buy, there's different items and stuff that you can get. Maybe even if you get paid access to your game. I don't really recommend that, I don't think, because it could limit the amount of players that get into your game in the first place. But if you have a bunch of game passes, you get premium payouts, all those different things, on average, 100 million visits could net you like 500 to a million, right?
Yeah.
Dollars.
How many visits?
100 million.
100 million. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 500K to a million. That depending on how you monetize the game.
Yeah. It depends on how many Robux per visit you earn.
Yeah.
So if you get 1 Robux per visit, which is actually something that is pretty common for games, something that's pretty decently monetized, you can get 1 Robux per visit. That's actually kind of a metric a lot of people go for. And with that, that just means that with every visit, you're going to earn 1 Robux. So if you get 1 million visits, you're going to make 1 million Robux on average. So remember that in general, that can be a good metric. It does depend on the game, but for every 1 million visits, it can be 1 million Robux.
And then you DevX that, and that's like 9,000-ish.
1 million Robux is $3,500.
No, you're right.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's if you want to know how much Robux is worth in USD, just multiply it times 0.0035. That's 0.0035. That'll give you how much money that you're going to earn when you DevX it.
There's also calculators that you can look up. So
absolutely, but it's a good thing to know if you're developing. So yeah, I'm going to look and see if you guys have other questions, and we're going to answer them. We're going to give...
Yeah, let's try to get some YouTube questions rolling in here.
Yeah, mainly YouTube questions. I know a lot of you guys want to ask development questions, which is great, but come to the next Smarty Talks or the future Smarty Talks where we'll be discussing development for those. Bushman, why are you talking in the third person?
Bro's
Stop.
Going crazy.
It's just, every time I see that, I'm like, why are you talking in the third person, bro? Bushman feels like, Bushman, bro. You want to see if, will Jeffrey James join the Smarty Talks next Sunday? Maybe. I'm not sure. Depends. We'll definitely do more in the future. I guarantee you that.
Hopefully we can get the lag down, and then we can.
That'll be fixed next time. Easy peasy.
Yeah, and I'd be more keen to join in development podcast once I actually have a game that pops off.
Here, do you have a USB normal one?
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay. I had to hand someone a charger.
Yeah. Once I have a good game, I'll be way more credibility to talk. Have a lot more credibility to talk about development and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good as we go forward in the future, do more Smarty Talks together. Someone asked if we're going to have Chris on. Chris, he's all the way across the country, basically. He's in Florida. Mm-hmm. And, well, you want to say where we are?
We're in the Pacific Standard Time Zone. We'll just say that.
Pacific Standard Time. So, opposite coasts.
Yeah.
So
we love Modern Chris, though. He's such a good guy.
Dude, we need to make a podcast with all three of us. That would be great. I think, the thing is, though, we're just going to have to coordinate that. If we're going to do one in person, we are going to have to do a lot of coordination. We're going to have to figure that out. We're going to have to all meet up in Miami, where he is. And do that. I mean, we even talked, if you guys saw recent SmartyTalks, he was on there, we were discussing this, and he even said we could try doing a podcast with a live audience. I was like, that sounds cool. So I don't know how many people from our audiences are all from Florida, but if you happen to be from Florida, Chris is pretty adamant about it. So when we do it, I would say if, because I'm not sure yet. But when we do it, maybe you could be there. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
SmartyTalks in person.
Yeah, I think I might be going to Florida in January. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Awesome.
That'd be a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, you could even make a podcast with them. That'd be dope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Any questions about YouTube if we end the stream or whatever, before we end the stream? We want to spew some value before we dip. Mm-hmm. And we'd love to do this again, too. We just know the streams were, like, super, super laggy or whatever.
Yeah, that's such a problem. I know there's a lot of value in the audio, but sometimes the video ain't all there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if you're watching this, you can gain a lot just from what you're hearing. You can gain a lot from that. And next time we do SmartyTalks, it's going to be even better because we're going to solve that little visual bug. Yeah. I don't know why that's happening. It might be my internet, something, but we're going to keep on going, keep on giving more value despite it.
We'll give you guys a couple minutes to send anything about YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think some people in chat were talking about the YouTube algorithm. And I think that the YouTube algorithm is something that is kind of misunderstood. I think creators think that the main key to YouTube is mastering the algorithm. But I don't really think that's the case. I think a lot of people, they end up using the algorithm as kind of a scapegoat to blame all their YouTube problems on. They say, oh, the algorithm didn't promote my video, when in reality, their video just wasn't good. Or they say, the algorithm isn't helping me to get subscribers, when in reality, their videos just aren't good enough for people to subscribe to them. So a key with YouTube is to stop blaming the algorithm and start to take responsibility for your channel's growth. You are the one in control of the videos you make. You're in control of how good those videos are. You don't control the algorithm directly, but you control the inputs that you give that algorithm. So focus on making better videos rather than trying to appease the algorithm all the time or blaming the algorithm for your problems. That's not going to get you anywhere, and blaming the algorithm for everything is called a victim mindset. Do not blame external things for all your problems. Take responsibility. Focus on what you can control, and you're going to go a lot further in YouTube success.
Yeah. I would say, just a thing in general, almost everything you do in life, even if it's super unlucky to you, a lot of it comes down to, like, you made some choice along the way that caused you to be in a certain circumstance or why you're not doing something. So, and people like to blame it on everything else. Like, I used to blame a lot of my problems on just external factors, when in reality, almost everything came down to something I did or something I didn't do. So, like, for example, I was talking about it before. I don't know if it was the first part of the stream or the second part of the stream. About 4 months ago, I took a dip in my views or whatever, and I was like, oh crap, YouTube just must be not pushing my videos anymore. Blah 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 blah. Reality, I just got complacent and consistent with the way I was doing things. I wasn't improving. I was like, okay, I was improving, and then I just went on a flat line. And then as a result of that, I was actually going down. So you always need to be keeping on improving. But I started blaming that on the algorithm. I thought it wasn't my fault because I'm like, I'm doing the things I was doing before. But that was really just me blaming it on that because I didn't want to put in the work. And now I'm facing and then I was facing the consequences for it. But now that I figured out what the issue was, and I made the choice to actually go and fix that, now it's actually doing better. So
yeah, I would be interested. Do you want to share what the issue was? Do you know?
Oh, it was just because, like, I there were certain things I was doing in my intro and throughout my videos that I stopped doing or didn't improve upon. So
okay, interesting. Yeah, that's a really good point, because if you don't take responsibility for your channel and its growth, you're never going to go anywhere with YouTube. Because if you're focusing so much on external circumstances and blaming all your problems on that, you're never going to be able to figure out the things you can do to get better and actually start to make your channel grow. When you take responsibility, you're able to focus on the elements you can control. That includes how good your videos are in general. That includes how well you speak. That includes your intros, like Jeffrey said. That includes the thumbnails and the editing quality. You have a lot of factors in your control, and not focusing on those is really, it's going to detriment you. If you're not taking responsibility, if you have a victim mindset towards YouTube, you just aren't going to grow. And this can happen whether you're big or small. Jeffrey was saying that he had this problem at his size. He's almost at 200,000 subscribers, and it can happen at any size. And the reason is that it's a mindset issue, and that can happen to anyone. But you can change that. You can take responsibility for your channel's growth, and you can make everything change for you.
Yeah. W.
Yeah, so really, I would say stop focusing on the algorithm so much. Yeah, there's certain things that the algorithm can be useful for. There are a lot of things you can learn about the algorithm to grow your channel more and get more views. But it's not as important as just making great videos in the first place. YouTube and its algorithm is designed to figure out what viewers want and give it to them. So if you just start focusing on making what people want to see, the algorithm will naturally reward you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make great videos, make what your audience would love to watch, and watch how much the algorithm starts to love you and favor you.
Yeah.
You are going to change your channel forever when you start focusing on the people over the algorithms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once you and taking responsibility for the mistakes you made doesn't mean you beat yourself up about it. You're like, oh crap, man, I'm such a loser. Oh, you know what I mean? It's not like that. It's like, okay, I messed up with this. Let's fix it. Or how am I gonna not do this again? There's a big difference between like this guilty shame and then like, okay, a positive, like, okay, I see my mistakes and now I'm gonna go fix them. Because when you're just constantly worried about like, oh man, I screwed up on this, then you're just gonna be stuck in that cycle and go in a downward spiral, and then you're never gonna. It's so hard to recover that way because then you just feel crappy about yourself. You don't feel like you can make good videos or you can create good games or something like that. Then, so
yeah, completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Personal responsibility and taking responsibility for your results is not about beating yourself up. It's just about having self-awareness and having the honesty to say when you need to improve something. And being able to see, okay, what in my situation can I control? And then focusing on those factors. Someone asked about whether they should stick to one niche or experiment with different things when they get started in content creation. So what's your take on that? I would say personally, I would say when you start, it's best to focus on one niche. Mm-hmm. And then as you gain experience in content creation, then you can consider branching out. Yeah. But when you start, the YouTube algorithm doesn't know the type of content you make, and the audience you want to reach also doesn't know the type of content you want to make either. So if you're making top videos on all these different topics, the YouTube algorithm is going to be confused on what your channel is about, and the people who you're trying to reach are going to be confused as well about what your channel is supposed to be about. So I would say when you get started, focus on one niche at a time. As you go in content creation, though, the YouTube algorithm figures out what you create, and the people figure out what you create, and from there you can actually start to branch out a little bit. And at my size, for example, I could upload a gaming video and it would do pretty well. But if I was uploading random videos all the time when I first got started, the YouTube algorithm wouldn't know who I'm trying to reach with my videos and what topic I'm in. And the people who I'm making videos for probably would not have been, they'd be kind of confused, right? But now that I built that audience, people are okay with seeing a bit of a change. But that only comes from the experience and knowing how to make that change in the first place. So once you're bigger, then you can consider branching out into other topics, but I'd be very careful with that when you're new. A lot of you new YouTubers, they're making all these random videos, as we were talking about earlier, and they don't really know how to make that shift properly. So I would say avoid it when you're new, and if you really want to switch topics, especially if you've built a bit of an audience already, maybe make a new channel for that. If you want to try a new topic, make a new channel. Don't be posting gaming videos at first and then start posting tech review videos the next week. It just isn't really a strategy to grow. That's what I'd say. Well, what's your take?
I would say it's like, personally, I have a little bit more lenience with it. When I started out, like I said, I did tech reviews, and then but then I shifted to ROBLOX. But I was at such a small like subscriber count that it really didn't matter. I was probably at like 300 subscribers when I switched to ROBLOX and doing primarily that. But then once I completely switched to ROBLOX and put all my focus into it, then that's when I started to see like results and growth and consistent growth. So but I would say like if you're smaller, you're under 1,000 subscribers, feel free to like nail down a niche, but like experiment around in your niche. So like for me, it was a little bit more broad. Like I did a lot of different things on ROBLOX, but I stuck in ROBLOX. I didn't go and like do Minecraft. I didn't make a ROBLOX video, do Minecraft. I didn't make another ROBLOX video and then do like a tech review right after that. I just stuck with it and kept being consistent with that. That's one thing I'd say. Also, I'm kind of getting tired. We should probably end this.
Yeah, I think this has been a good Smarty Talks, aside from the little lag that we've had here and there. I think that if you watched this far, you've definitely gained a lot of insight into how to become a successful content creator, and I can't wait to see how you use what you've learned today. I know that between the two of us, I mean, we have over 100 million views if you count my views plus his, plus all the consulting he's done in helping other YouTubers grow, adds up to well over or around 100 million views, which is insane. So there's so much experience and wisdom and knowledge to be gained from what you've just seen in this stream. And I think that if you watched this far, dude, you're ready to become a much better content creator, start growing a lot more, and really take your channel or wherever you create content, take it to the next level. I think that if you're here and you've watched to the end, you are definitely showing us that you are very dedicated. Most people don't have the dedication to watch nearly a 2-hour stream, which really is a 2-hour guide. Yeah, two different streams. So 2-hour guide in total on how to become a successful content creator. And if you're here and you're really paying attention, dude, you have the chance to make it very big in content creation. That's a very rare person that is this dedicated. Understand, you can do well in this. You can become a successful content creator. And say you don't get the views you want. Say you don't get the subs you want. Say it doesn't happen for you. Even if that doesn't happen, you're still going to gain everything we discussed in the start of this stream. You're going to gain skills. You're going to build a better mindset. You are going to improve as a person through content creation. So if you're here and you're ready to make some content and you're thinking about how you're going to do it, just start. Start where you are with what you have, whatever setup you have, whatever mic you have, whatever name idea you have for your channel. Just start. Just start is the key really to everything, but it's the key to content creation too. The first one. So you got to walk up to that door of potential. Put the key in the door of just start and unlock it and step through, because you don't know what's going to happen before you create content. You don't know how far you can go in content creation. You don't know how successful you can become. You're only going to know once you just start. So just start really is the key to unlock that door.
Yeah. The last thing I'll leave you with before we end the stream is there are so many, like Smarty said, if you stuck through this entire stream with all the lag, all the different streams we had to start, you really, really, really are ready. You have the persistence. You've at least shown a little bit of persistence. You can do it. Anybody can do it. Like, there's a bunch of YouTubers I met at these parties, or other people I met in person that I don't believe deserve to have that success. They don't look like that they have this crazy drive. I mean, I think to an extent they do. If they got it, then they kind of do. But you really it's a lot simpler than you think. Don't overcomplicate it. It's not going to be easy, but it's simple. Just keep going, be consistent, and improve while you're doing it. There are people that are your age that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month just off of YouTube, which is insane.
Yeah.
Like, do not underestimate how valuable this is, what it can do for you. And just know that you can do it too. You have literally this content making device, these phones at your fingertips, and you can make hundreds, if not thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars off of this freaking phone. Like I said at the beginning of like the first part of the stream, I got 10,000 subscribers with an iPhone 6. You know how crappy an iPhone 6 is? It's absolutely garbage. But I filmed with it, I edited with it, I posted on it, I made thumbnails on it. And you can do it too. And that was like years ago. And these are so much better now. You can totally do it. And the quote that I have on my lock screen, if you haven't seen it already, let me bump up my brightness, is, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe
they can see it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But the pain you overcome today is tomorrow's confidence. It's hard to get your stuff done every single day, especially if you're not seeing results or you don't have any results yet. But if you can keep on overcoming that pain and you prove to yourself and you build trust with yourself that it's like, hey, I can keep going. I can be consistent. I can be disciplined. That pain that you're overcoming will be tomorrow's confidence. You will be confident that you can keep going, that you can get that crap done.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree.
So, anyway, Thank you so much for joining the stream, guys. I know it's kind of, the lag made it kind of goofy or whatever, but if you want to watch these streams again just with the audio, there's so much value that you can gain from it. Definitely subscribe to my channel, Jeffrey James, GEOFFREY James. Me and Smarty are going to work on a game together soon. I'll be on more podcasts. We'll get rid of the lag issue. Yeah. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Excellent stuff. And I would say, subscribe to him. Link will be below. You're going to be able to gain a lot from his channel. I know he posts about this topic as well, but there's also a lot of entertaining content over there that you're going to love. A lot of stuff about how to find some great ROBLOX games. He posts a lot of good content. And you're gonna love that. So subscribe to him. That'd be great. But also, something I like to say is, you were talking about how you can become a very successful content creator with the phone in your pocket. And that is so true. And I would like to give an example of this. Once I saw this person, they played one of our games in Jimmy Games. Yeah, one of the weirdest, crudest games out there, Poop Land. They played it. And I saw this YouTuber because, well, I was looking up videos on the game. Who's playing our game? Who are the big YouTubers playing our game? I click on the video. It's by SmartyDent. And SmartyDent was playing this game on a phone. But the video on Poop Land had hundreds of thousands of views. They are on a phone. And I went to their latest video. They have 602,000 subs. They have 545,000 views on their latest video. Every video is viral, mega viral. And yet they're still on a phone. They're recording every single video on a phone. So what excuse do you have? If you have a phone in your pocket, you can become a very successful content creator. You can get hundreds of thousands of subscribers. You can get millions of views. You can get hundreds of thousands of views each post even. The potential is in your hands, literally, physically in your hands.
Yeah.
This is potential right here. Yeah. And SmartyDent is a major example of this. I don't think I've really seen that many people out there who continue on with a phone alone. That's it, just a phone. That's all the equipment SmartyDent has, clearly. Because every single video, you watch one of these videos, all of them are on a phone. That is insane. That's a major example of how you can make it in content creation with the phone in your pocket alone. That's it. You don't need the big setup. You don't need the fancy mic like what we have here. It's a Rode NT1. Good mic, but you don't need it. You don't need all the lighting we have set up around us. You don't need the fancy monitor. You don't need the MacBook Pro. You don't need any of this stuff to become a successful content creator. All you need is yourself, your authentic personality, your phone, some good ideas, and a whole lot of persistence and hard work and discipline leading into consistency with the intention to improve every time you post. Yeah. If you have all these things, you can make it in content creation, and I can't wait to see some success stories emerge out of this community.
Yeah. And one last thing I'm going to show you. This is not a showing off thing or whatever you want to call it, but I want to give you guys some motivation. There's only a couple people in here, so I'm okay with sharing this, but this is what I made in 2023 off of YouTube. Let's see if we can focus in. I don't know if you see the number, but that's 35 grand in 2023 off of YouTube ads. Just keep on going with it, bro. You can get to this point so easily because all the other people out there, like 99% of people that start on YouTube are definitely gonna fail probably. And as long as you're consistent, you prove every single time, you can stand out from all those people.
Yeah.
And you can make it.
You can. As I said earlier, most YouTubers never improve. They never get better. If you improve and you stay consistent, you will grow. But you have to actually improve. A lot of people think that they're improving, but they aren't actually improving. You have to improve in reality. There has to be a tangible difference in every single video, that you can see it, that you can feel it, that you know this video is better than my last. And if you do that every single time you post, you will succeed eventually. There's no way that you don't. There's no way that you don't make it in content creation. And if you don't, you didn't improve enough. That's all, right? You didn't improve enough or in the right ways. You gotta improve constantly. If you improve every post, you'll succeed. Simply put, after just start, constant improvement is the key to content creation success. Simply put, you gotta improve. You have to improve. From people posting on Instagram, to people making tweets on X, to people making YouTube videos and podcasts like what you're watching. The key to all of it is to improve every time you post. The key to success in all types of content is constant improvement. And if you're here and you're paying attention to such a long stream, such a long guide, an in-depth guide, even one with some problems, you're very dedicated and you have the potential to make it big in content creation. So, just start. Thank you, Jeff, for joining us.
I will be joining again, guys. So
yeah.
Stay on the lookout for that. We appreciate everybody who came in. Hope you had fun. Thank you for sticking with all the problems and issues and stuff.
Yeah.
And we will see you in the next stream.
Thank you, guys. See ya. Subscribe to Jeffrey James.